Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. This is Mentoring Matters Part 2. Yep, Mentoring Matters Part 2. I began this series yesterday on the concept of mentoring and why it's so essential to us, both personally and professionally. And so, yesterday I talked a little bit about the three types of personal mentors that you need. You need an anchor mentor, a peer mentor, and a mentee mentor. Today, I'm going to talk about professional mentoring. Professional mentoring is a little complicated sometimes because people don't understand that just because someone is a personal mentor to you, it doesn't necessarily translate into them becoming a professional mentor. Now, me, I've been very, very fortunate to have people who are both personal and professional mentors, not simultaneously, not the same people necessarily. Um, a professional mentor, just like it requires three types of personal mentors, you should have three types of personal mentors. You should also have three types of professional mentors: an expert mentor, a champion mentor, and a peer mentor. An expert mentor generally is someone who has expertise in the field that either you're in or the field that you seek to be in. So either it's current or what you project for your future. An expert mentor is someone who has subject matter expert in the field that you're interested in. Now, understand this is what when we're talking about professional, not personal mentoring. So you need someone who is an expert at what they do. For example, I have some people who are on my team whose desire it is to become speakers. And so I'm a subject matter expert in this area, not in every area, in this area. And so I'm qualified when I choose to be, I'm qualified to be an expert mentor in this field, not in every field. When I was younger, I needed expert mentors in the area of youth leadership development. Just because someone does something, it doesn't make them an expert. Doing it well is what makes someone an expert. There are lots of people who do youth leadership development, but there are not a whole lot of people who do it well. So I went in search of a mentor. I didn't know what I was looking for, but a professional expert mentor in youth leadership development who landed in my lap was a woman named Latanya Lemon. Latanya is the person who taught me how to write a grant. She's the person who made me passionate about issues that I had never thought about. Youth violence. I wrote my first grant on youth violence prevention for the west side of Columbus. I didn't know anything about youth. I didn't know anything about violence, and I didn't know anything about the west side of Columbus. But having an expert in all three of those areas really gave me some grounding and really became the launch pad for who I became as a youth leadership expert. Now, a champion mentor is a little different. A champion is someone who puts you in rooms where other people may not even think you're qualified. They're the people who champion you. They're the people who are your cheerleaders, who are the folks who put your name out there, who are the people who recommend you for things. When I was younger and a young professional, I had a mentor named Kathy Espy, and I had taken a huge pay cut to go work with kids. And in that time period, Kathy had agreed to become my mentor. She was both a personal and a professional mentor. In my personal life, she taught me all the things I needed to know to navigate some things in life that I wasn't prepared to navigate. But in my professional life, she wasn't an expert mentor in my field. She was an expert in her field, but not in mine. She was a champion mentor. And what made her so powerful is I was making $21,750, and Kathy would always invite me to events, big rooms, women of achievement, woman to woman, all these big things that were happening in my city. And she would invite me, and I was a young professional. I knew no one. And she would always buy a ticket and have me at her table. Well, I come from a very proud family. And so one time I said to her, I was like, Kathy, I love you like a fat kid loves cake, but why you always buy my ticket to events? And she taught me something that became foundational for how I mentor other people who are coming behind me. She said, T, when you mentor people, you always have to make sure that they're in the room. Oh, that was some of the best advice I got. She said, so just be quiet and show up when I invite you. So I learned how to be quiet until I was able to make money to buy my own tickets. But she put me in rooms and in spaces that I never could have imagined for myself. She introduced me to people. She thought that I was talented, that I was smart, that I was bright. And she would often go before me because I had rough edges. And she would explain away my rough edges because she was my champion mentor. And she made sure that I was in rooms that I needed to be in. And finally, peer mentors. I'm so blessed to have people who are at the same level that I'm at, who constantly give me advice, who constantly pull on my skirt tail to tell me the things that I sometimes don't want to hear, but absolutely need to hear. T, your slip is showing. All of us need people in our professional lives who will say to us, what you said in that meeting was inappropriate. One of my favorite mentors is a woman named Trudy Bartley. Trudy is very quiet. She's very unassuming. She's one of the smartest people I've ever known. And what I love about her is when I'm on, she is cheering me on. And when I'm off, I know that I'm going to get the call. Hey, T, it's very sultry. And she goes on to tell me where I was off and how I need to fix it. All of us need those people in our lives professionally, the experts who will help us become experts in our areas of study, our areas of work, our areas of expertise. We become experts because we have expert mentors in our field in those places. We become better professionals when we have champions who go before us and champion our work and our name in places we've never been. And ultimately, when we have peer mentors who love us enough to cheer us on when we're right and to tell us when we're not, because that's what good mentoring encompasses. I'm the amazing T Street. I spend some time mentoring some folks, and sometimes my answer is no, because mentoring is laborious, it's heavy lifting, and I don't always have enough time to mentor all of the people that I would love to mentor when they ask. But for the people that I do, I try to show up in the ways that I've just explained. And if you don't have personal and professional mentors, and I'm going to do some more work on this tomorrow, but if you don't have personal and professional mentors, I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to jump out there and ask people who are subject matter experts in your field, ask people who will champion your name, and ask people who are at your level who will tell you the truth and make you better. I'm the amazing T Street. There's nothing amazing this in me that's not in each and every one of you. But I will tell you that I get to be amazing because of long time good mentoring, because mentoring matters. Have an amazing day.